Okay, hello everyone. I'm Mr. Holland, one of the assistant head teachers here at St. Cuthbert's. I may not have met you yet actually, because obviously from September until Christmas we were in our bubbles, and I was with year 7, so if I've not met you before, it's good to meet you. I'm going to read a little extract from Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, it's because it was one of my favourite childhood stories. Secondly, because the message within it is really important, I think, for us. There's lots of characters in the book that can be described as selfish, and ultimately they don't get what they want. And I think that's really important for us to bear in mind when obviously we're living our own lives. And also Charlie is within the book is not like that at all, and realises his hopes and dreams and they come true. So if we can kind of take that message from this book, I think that's really important. I'm just going to read the snippet where Charlie realises his hopes and dreams in finding the golden ticket. So relax, chill out and listen to this, okay? So chapter 11, The Miracle. Charlie entered the shop and laid the damp 50p on the counter. "One Wonka's Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Mellow Delight," he said, remembering how much he had loved the one he had on his birthday. The man behind the counter looked fat and well fed. He had big lips and fat cheeks and a very fat neck. The fat around his neck bulged out all around the top of his collar like a rubber ring. He turned and reached behind him for the chocolate bar. Then he turned back again and handed it to Charlie. Charlie grabbed it and quickly tore off the wrapper and took an enormous bite. Then he took another and another, and oh, the joy of being able to cram large pieces of something sweet and solid into one's mouth. The sheer blissful joy of being able to fill one's mouth with rich, solid food. "You look like you wanted that one, Sonny," the shopkeeper said pleasantly. Charlie nodded, his mouth bulging with chocolate. The shopkeeper put Charlie's change on the counter. "Take it easy," he said. "It'll give you a tummy ache if you swallow it like that without chewing." Charlie went on wolfing the chocolate. He couldn't stop, and in less than half a minute, the whole thing had disappeared down his throat. He was quite out of breath, but he felt marvellously, extraordinarily happy. He reached out a hand to take the change, and then he paused. His eyes were just above the level of the counter. They were staring at the silver coins lying there. The coins were all 5-penny pieces. There were 9 of them altogether. Surely it wouldn't matter if he spent just one more. "I think," he said quietly, "I think I'll just have one more of those chocolate bars. The same kind as before, please." "Why not?" the fat shopkeeper said, reaching behind him and taking another Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Mellow Delight from the shelf. He laid it on the counter. Charlie picked it up and tore off the wrapper. And suddenly, from underneath the wrapper, there came a brilliant flash of gold.